This video is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. Santorini, Greece. One of the most expensive destinations in the world, but also one of the most exotic. In today's video, we explore the island and see if cheap travel is possible. All with a budget of $100. So we just made it here to Santorini and our hostel is all booked. It was about $25 per person per night to stay in a hostel. And what I'm very excited about is that this is Chris's first time ever staying in a hostel.
That's right. Well, most of the time when I would travel to Europe,
please pardon the interruption.
Boarding at gate 4.
So, I've only been to Europe one other time and it was with family. So we didn't really want to stay in a hostel, so I've never had the opportunity to do it.
Well, I'm glad that we'll be able to do this together and it'll be your first time sleeping with strangers.
I'm excited.
And now we just got to the port, and once you get here, it's kind of like anywhere that you travel, people are just gonna bombard you and try to get you to go in their taxi or with their bus. The cheapest one that we could find was about $12 per person to get us to our hotel. So guys, Chris lucked out big time. We just made it here and we got our own private room for the same price. Chris, I'm sorry you don't get to sleep with strangers tonight and experience that.
I know, man. I'm bummed out. Very, very fortunate we did get our own private room.
Now we just made it here to Perissa, and Perissa is where the black sand beach is, as you can see right here. And it's just absolutely stunning, just having this awesome sands with the water, all of the rock formations and mountains back there, have the sun setting on that side of the island. But this is just incredible. But I think for the next few days, we're gonna head a little more north to Fira. But yeah, for now, we're gonna spend the rest of the evening here, try and get some dinner, and do some exploring tomorrow. So we just came here to this restaurant and got gyros. This one is $9, and that's more money than we've been paying for gyros at other places. But look how massive this thing is. This looks amazing. Well, good morning. It is now about 5:45 in the morning from here in Santorini, Greece. Waking up for sunrise, and it is starting to look beautiful out. Chris, you ready for this sunrise?
Yeah. If I'm not trying to assume genders, but if the sun was a girl, she is literally coming around the mountain.
I'll give you that one. That was a good one. We have been getting so lucky with some of the most beautiful sunrises and sunsets. I highly recommend waking up for as many sunrises as possible, since that was so beautiful to watch this morning. And then we took a little relaxing siesta, and it is about 10 in the morning right now, and we are about to go explore more of the Santorini island. And something that I didn't know about it was that it is a volcanic island, which makes sense why there is the black sand beach. When I see photos of Santorini and Mykonos, I just see the white buildings and the blue water. But I didn't know that Santorini also has all of this amazing land and mountains to offer. And one of the best ways to get around on Santorini is by renting ATVs. So right now, we are gonna not get hit by this truck and find some ATVs.
They like to call them the four-wheel chariots.
Four-wheel chariots, I like that. Let's find us some four-wheel chariots, Chris. So we just made it here to Moto Manos, and this place is the go-to place to get your ATVs or scooters. And our friend George, who works here.
Hello, how are you?
riding around in this badass camo ATV. So a pro tip, guys, make sure if you're coming to Greece to get your international driver's license. When I was told from friends who have been here before, they said that you didn't need one and that your American one would be good, but it was very difficult to get one without it. And I know it's only about $20 US to get your international driver's license, so just save yourself the hassle and get it before you come here. And now we just got our awesome ATV. We filled it up with gas, and the ATV was about $20 per person, and then gas was about $5. So now we are all set to ride our chariot. It's go time. Guys, that was absolutely unbelievable. Out of all the places I've been, I have never done a ride like that, just on these small little roads that were super windy going uphill and then just surrounded by the bluest, clearest water. And our first spot for the day is here at the Lighthouse. This is all the way in the southwest part of Santorini, and this is one that you definitely need to make the trek out to. Surprisingly, we're here at midday and there aren't too many people here, so we have a lot of this to ourselves, and there's so many locations to get some amazing photos.
If you want to feel like a Greek god, you take a photo right here.
Ooh. Definitely feel like a Greek god. Greek god of content. So the other cool thing about coming here to the Lighthouse, there's not really any off limits where you can't go. You can kind of just climb around at your own free will. So I don't recommend you do anything that you don't feel comfortable doing, but it's pretty fun over here where it's more safe to just rock climb around with this amazing view. This is probably the furthest I'm gonna go since this is a pretty gnarly drop, but this is also just like a great place to get some cool compositions for some photos. If you guys saw the prequel to this series where I'm in Mykonos and spend $1,000 there, it is the more luxurious excursions where we're on yachts and fine dining, but I prefer actually doing the more budget way of traveling where you get a ride like an ATV or a scooter or motorbike and just explore the hidden gems of an island, because this has just blown away my expectations of Santorini by far. Since I feel like when we were in Mykonos, we were getting this luxury treatment, but there wasn't much of an adventure to it. Here, when we're on our own, with our own ride, don't have to rely on anyone, it's just us cruising around and just finding the hidden gems of Santorini. And this is exactly what I prefer when traveling. Wouldn't you say so, Chris?
That's how I put it, man, because when we were in Mykonos, like, we didn't know where we were going, we were being driven everywhere, weren't really getting like a feel for it. And I know Mykonos is kind of that super touristy town, and don't get me wrong, so is Santorini, but when you're just on foot, truly trekking by yourself, it's you remember it much more.
Much more of an adventure. We just made it here to Fira. Fira is in the center of Santorini Island and also where we got off the ferry yesterday. So this is where the major port is, and now where we are going to try and find the cheapest lunch that we could find, since we have about $28 left on this video. Chris, then you pick the place, try and get us something under $5.
I can get it done.
Also, definitely gonna need a coffee. I don't know, Chris. This area that we're in now, Fira, it's very luxurious and a lot of nice shops, so I don't think it's gonna be too cheap.
Yeah, I would kind of describe it as the Soho of Santorini with all the shopping, but in Soho, you've got street food. We're looking for street food. What did I tell you, man? Pork euro, $2.70.
No, I should never have doubted you, Chris. So Chris found this place, Obliques, and we got their special. This is called the Escapasti, and it was only $8 for a massive portion, and we're gonna split it, so I'm only spending $4, which is under what I was expecting to. Check this out. It just looks like a euro meets a pizza, and being from New York, I love pizza, and being here in Greek, I love euro, so this is the Greek Happy Meal. I get some famous Greek tzatziki in there though. Oh baby.
So amazing.
Holy crap. It really does taste like a pizza and a gyro. I'm addicted. That escapasti was phenomenal. That was so delicious. It really was the combination between a gyro and a pizza. So combining those just make this delicious, epic Greek New York City baby. Also, the Freddo espresso is something that I'm absolutely addicted to and been drinking so much. And if you're here in Greece, you must try it. It's just espresso with their ice, and I guess that's it. But yeah, it's really good. I know that sounds very easy to make and you can get anywhere, but here in Greece. And the sun here is so strong and we've gotten absolutely drained. We both got a little sunburn, so I think we're gonna take the ATVs back to Perissa where we're staying and maybe chill out for a bit, taking a little siesta, and then hopefully catch sunset. So we drove back home, got some editing done, and then for sunset we drove all the way back right to where we were before at Fira and saw the most unbelievable sunset I have ever seen.
You never met me. I'm losing my cool. You say take it easy. Caught in my head, but ooh, you don't get me. You don't get me.
I feel like I say this a lot on the channel, but I think that may have been some of my favorite drone shots I have ever gotten. And now we are still here in Fira, and at night it actually turns into a much more relaxing, beautiful walkway to walk around with different restaurants and shops. And we're running very low on money. We have $22 left, and this is what we got for dinner. But this alone was about $30 US together with the 2 beers and the water and the 2 chicken meals. But today is actually my birthday, so Chris spotted me.
Of course, man.
Because otherwise, this challenge has been getting very difficult to do here in Greece. You know, in the Philippines and in New York City even, I know different hacks on how to save money, but here in Greece, it just feels like everything is expensive, and especially in Santorini and the islands, there aren't many local spots. Everything is the cost for tourism. But I'm very excited to chow down on this delicious Asian food.
Oh yeah.
Asian food in Greece, baby.
The most Brett thing ever is eating Chinese food on his birthday.
So I did cave on my birthday. Had to get some delicious gelato. This was $5, so now we are down to 18 USD, and we were just checking on Airbnb and did find a little place for about $45 per night, so split between 2. I still can't even afford it, so this video goes to show Greece is very expensive. We didn't even really do any type of excursions. Like, they have kayaking here, they have wine tasting and some other really cool things, but when you are traveling here on a budget, you're most likely just going to be doing exploring, going to beaches, and barely affording your gelato. So we're gonna head back to the Airbnb, get some sleep, and wake up for sunrise to scope out, I want to say Oya, but it's said Via? Ia, which is the northernmost part of the island. Oh my god, my gelato is dripping all over me. So yes, tomorrow, sunrise, Ia. So this is the first time that I've done one of these $100 video challenges and don't even make it 2 days, since we just checked in here to our Airbnb, and this is running us $65 per night, leaving me paying about 32 USD. And that means our total spent in Santorini so far has been $110 already. This island is definitely very hard to budget while you travel, but of course there are still ways. Oh guys, good morning from Ia, Greece. We are still here in Santorini and it is 5:45 in the morning, and look at this incredible view. Last night we came here just to scout it out, and this location is the most popular in Santorini and was just filled with hundreds and hundreds of tourists. But here this early, there is absolutely no one here. So this has just become our whole entire playground. So now, it's go time. If you do decide to come here for sunrise, I highly recommend coming to the northwestern point. It has this cool castle that sticks out and gives you this amazing composition of both the water, the white buildings, and the cliffs with the sun just coming right over it. That was probably the best sunrise I have ever seen.
Easily the best. It's now, oh yeah, it's about almost 7 o'clock right now, so tourists are starting to flood in a little bit, but I can assure you, we got here at about like 5:55, not a soul. Highly recommend it.
Are you glad we did it?
Absolutely, dude.
Alright, man, I'm glad because you were a tough one to wake up this morning. Chris sleeps through his alarm when he has to wake up for sunrise. Chris, wake up, man. This is the big one.
This is the big one.
So luckily he has me there to shake him up. We did it, bro.
I need it sometimes. I need it.
The only thing I really knew about Santorini before coming here was that it is a very romantic place, which it most certainly is. So Chris, I'm glad we got to share this moment together.
Yeah, man, it was super, super romantic. Yeah, for sure.
Before I end this video, I did want to give a big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video and help making it possible. Sorry, the person next door has a pet peacock. I'm actually currently working on a new Squarespace website myself, and I'll show you guys once it's done in hopefully a few weeks. And one of the reasons why I am a huge fan of Squarespace is because their sites are great for all purposes. Whether you want to make a travel blog, a photography gallery, or commerce, Squarespace has you covered with beautiful templates. Also, someone like myself who is very active on social media, Squarespace makes it super easy to share blog posts, all with the click of a button. So head over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/BrettConti to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. We are currently halfway through 2019, and one of my goals was to launch a new personal website, so I'm very excited about this partnership with Squarespace, and I think for all of you who want to launch one as well, now is the time, and just make sure to click my link. All right, bye guys.